Okay, we're back. We're gonna have a little fun. We're gonna do slime. Just to check real fast, let's take a look at Golden Eyes. Confusion Gaze at 0%. So I feel pretty comfortable about fighting these things. Or going in here in general. It's just the fact that I'm slow that is a little bit scary. But you know, we have brothers in arms if things go really south, you know. Okay. Got our first Azure Jelly. Why don't we go ahead and kill him with, well, I'll throw some poison javelins, just because the green slime's in the way. Open up with that. Oh, hey. Time for penetration. This is the perfect place for penetration. Let's see if we can one-shot this Shining Eye. Not quite. Get all three. Haven't been mutated yet. Let's see if this last one does the job. Nice, we got it. Now we still got an Azure Jelly to deal with. Oh, I just fat-fingered the keyboard and threw my poison javelin to the wrong place. That's okay. We're going to finish this with, well, hopefully with steel javelins. It's not quite working. I'm going to use flame. Finish him off that way. Let's confuse this guy. Great Orb of Eyes is not amorphous, so at least we can constrict it. Alright, let's walk to the staircase. That was a little concerning for me, because if an acid blob showed up, we'd be in a little bit of trouble. You know, it's a shame that more throwing hasn't shown up. Hey, I didn't know that there's a throwing net. It's just one, but this makes things a lot easier. I may end up using that for TRJ. You know, I'm gonna make my inventory even more of a mess, and I'm gonna grab these poison tomahawks. Just a second. I'm just trying to make it so the order of this is that the stones are last. Yeah, stones are last, but in front of the things that are auto-thrown. I need to do a little reading, because I feel like there's a way to force these to be on particular letters, regardless of what game you're in. Like, they'll always be on that letter. But I'm not sure. Okay, Shining Eye. We're kind of in a position where there's not a lot we can do about this. We don't even have any silver to do super high damage, so... Unfortunately, we get Berserkitis. Wow. I need to stop holding shift. Apparently, if you hold shift and hit capital Y, it shoots it over here. This is a very bad habit, because what's happening is I keep assuming everything has don't fire on it, and I'm kind of acting on autopilot, so I need to be careful of that. Let's play a little bit slower so I don't make silly mistakes like that. Okay, so corrosion doesn't affect how well I throw things, I don't think. So we'll just throw these tomahawks. Nice. Not bad. having R-Core in here really does make it a lot easier. It's not necessary, but all things being equal, you'd like to have it. So as for this Berserkitis, I don't care about it too much. I mean, I do care about it. I don't want to get berserked. But I am generally throwing things, and throwing things can't berserk me. So as long as I just keep in mind that I have that, I'm gonna be okay. Whoa, what am I doing? I didn't even see that. 2, 3, come on, tomahawks. Alright, well, we deteriorate, but level 1 of that mutation is not really that big of a deal. Okay. Looks like we'll be getting to level 5 pretty quickly. Let's see if we can just throw some tomahawks and take this dude out. Nice. Throwing stones so I don't get berserked. Wow, this isn't quite working, is it? There we go. Still a little bit iffy on killing things with throwing. Are we at Mendeley? I never really think about Mendeley with throwing, but I guess it's something to keep in mind. Skill level 12 for tomahawks, 16 for javelins. So yeah, we are at Mendeley. But really, you just want throwing as high as humanly possible because of the blowgun mechanic. You know what I forgot to do? I said I was going to look up. Whether I can kill TRJ or not, but you know, it slipped my mind. I don't think it's that hard of a formula, honestly. And I guess doing it on a video is a useful exercise. Okay. So, flat 2% chance of affecting monsters with HD 14 or less. If that fails, which by the way, TRJ is higher than that, so that chance doesn't apply, then you have to do 2 plus 1d, 4 plus throwing skill. In our case, that's, let's say 17. So 4 plus 17 is 21, so 1d 21 plus 4, because that's our blowgun enchantment, so 1d 25. 2 plus, see, that's not so hard. So 2 plus 1d 25. So if I roll reasonably high, I can affect the royal jelly right now, because he's only HD 21. Now look, I wanna clear out slime 4 actually, because I want to have different staircases to go to, you know. You know, I really wish that there was some kind of mechanic for like changing your tomahawks into one. You know, like I would change all of my tomahawks into the same thing somehow, just to get them all in one stack, honestly. Okay, I'm gonna use penetration. Oh wait, no, I can, never mind. I'm gonna use steel because there's nothing in between right now. Okay, now I'm gonna use penetration. I really want this dude dead before he does too much damage to me. There's 2, so instincts to take it out are correct. Ooh, we might be in trouble. Nope. See, check it out. That was just a tomahawk. That wasn't a javelin. Yet it still did like more than half of its hit points. Took it right out, you know? So, throwing can be a bit swingy, just like melee. Let's just take out all this stuff. Thankfully, we can't be confused. Too much MR. Well, we haven't been corroded yet. Okay, cool. We got it with rocks. Wait, what am I doing? Yeah, I do want to kill the Eye of Draining first. Because that's effectively taking my hit points due to my Spirit Shield. That's something to keep in mind. You know, you think Eye of Draining, oh, I don't care, I'm worshipping Trog, I don't use magic, but if you're using Spirit Shield, which you should be if it's available and you're on Trog, in most cases, then, you know, Eyes of Draining become more of a priority than they would normally be. Okay, so we've got, geez, we have 8 haste potions. I didn't realize we had so many. 2 resistance, 4 might, 7 agility. I mean, we'll be doing pretty well here. I wish I had a few more things to throw. No immolation. I'm thinking Frenzy is going to be the way we go here. I do wish we had some more enchant weapon. If I could get this blowgun to +9, well, you saw the formula. Every point is enormously good. Got a weapon from Trog. It's a Demon Blade. Anti-magic. Don't really need that. Let's see if we can kill this with rocks. I'm always impressed with how good rocks get, you know? Now, we're not going to venture too far from this staircase, not just yet. Let's get some of this stuff. A little surprised we haven't found more stones, honestly. Usually I have like 1,000 by now, I think. See, this is why I didn't want to venture from the staircase. That's fine. Let's just start throwing. We have a ton of hit points. We have our core. We have enough throwing that it's reasonably assured we're going to kill those things quickly. So, you know, I'm willing to take the risk. Once we get, I tell you what, I'm going to take fighting to 20, and then I'm going to train nothing but throwing until like 27, just because of what an enormous boost it is. Okay, yeah, I kind of figured this would happen. I don't want to blow this teleport, but I'm in a position where I kind of have to use some kind of resource. Am I going to get the experience? It was poisoned. No, apparently not. Oh, there it is. Still poisoned. Now it's dead. Oh, geez. All right, let's see if we can, eat a ton of damage. as we escape. That's okay. Just wasn't quite ready to fight TRJ yet. We want, ideally, to get... we want to get a situation where he's at the edge of the vision, and I get to work on it from there. I want to, like, frenzy the dude, and then, I don't know, maybe like Brothers in Arms. But that's going to be a precarious thing to do, because a frenzied TRJ is not a fun thing to be near. So we're workshopping right now. We're in the laboratory, we're trying to figure out some new tech, because this is not something I've done before. I suppose we could just confuse the thing, but it's still going to make a ton of dudes. We could confuse and frenzy, maybe. Then I think it'll still get hit by the things that are around it. The real problem is no portal projectile. So I get like one shot at this before he's surrounded by dudes that make it impossible. So I think we'll be okay. If I haste, yeah, I don't know. What I have to wonder is, will needles don't really do any damage, so they shouldn't bring out the guy, right? This is okay. We're just gonna throw. Oh man. Okay, this is not entirely safe, but we're gonna... Oh, come on. Let's just have a little conversation with the Shining Eye for a while. Man. This is what I get for getting caught out of position. Should be okay. Thankfully, we're very defensive, even if we haven't found any bardings yet. Hey, what am I doing? Turns out we have found bardings. Way back here in Snake Pit. So let's get a huge pile of AC. Boom. Go from 33 to 39. It's Naga Barding of Stealth. I don't know about all that, but I'll take it. I'd rather have lightning scales. But then again, who wouldn't? Alright, I'm gonna enchant it up maximally. Because we may not find another one in the entire game. Cannot be enchanted further. So yeah, we went from 33 AC to 43 AC. That's enormous. Kind of kicking myself that I didn't notice that sooner. Oh hey, this is perfect. Alright, we're gonna haste. Blowgun. Moment of truth. 0% chance to confuse via the wand. I'm not going to try vulnerability. We're definitely going to go on the blowgun plan. Let's try it. Let's try confuse. Immediately gets confused. We'll use Brothers in Arms. We're going to use Frenzy. And we're going to let this... We're just going to, like, be casual observers here. Well, I guess I should probably be throwing things at it. Which are going to have to be stones, unfortunately. Okay. The royal jelly hits the azure jelly. So it spit out a jelly and then killed it. Hold the phone, dude. Is that how that works? Are you guys seeing this right now? This is really cool. Yes, so what's happening here is he's frenzied and insane from my needle. He's getting hit by, well, me with my rocks and my troll. And he's like spitting out oozes that are indifferent, I guess, because of, I mean, this has got to be like a glitch, right? Thematically, it makes sense. He's frenzied and insane, so the jellies he spits out are going to be too, but these are not even frenzied, they're just indifferent. So, okay. That's pretty cool. Why don't we just let this... Wait, are they not going to fight it, though? Like, he's fighting the oozes. But they're not fighting him. Oh, man, that's lame. So do I need to frenzy... this guy? Okay. And I'll disable TRJ with the confusion again. This is getting silly. Okay. I'll frenzy that, fine. And we're going to see if I can penetrate this thing to death. You know, it's frenzied and insane. I don't know about this him walking backwards thing. He should be attacking things next to it, but I guess the Royal Jelly escape script is like superseding the frenzied and insane script. Not dead, shockingly. Alright. Last penetration. I should have mited for this. You kill the Royal Jelly. Oh yeah. Okay. So I'm very interested in these indifferent jellies. I guess that... Okay, they're not going to follow me. I don't really care about them, honestly. If they're not going to... If they're not going to specifically try to kill me, I'm just going to go collect my thrown items and collect my loot and move on, but... Yeah, that is an interesting situation. So if you frenzy the Royal Jelly, and then you do damage to him, he spits out indifferent jellies, which isn't as cool as it sounds, because he just goes and kills them afterwards. So if you want to make them fight each other, and not just have a Royal Jelly that's perpetually killing the things around it... What? What? Okay, I'll take a plus 10 blowgun. Didn't really know that was possible. I thought those were taken out. Anything past plus 9, but I guess I'm wrong. Does that mean that you could technically get an Orb of Fire if you had a high enough points of blowgun? Because like it's 4 plus 27 plus blowgun enchantment. Huh. Actually, I guess you can needle orbs of fire as well. Or maybe not, since they're non-living. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's beside the point. Plus 10 is going to increase our ability to just cheese things really, 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 really sky high. We can probably blowgun literally anything in the game that's blowgunnable. Like, that's the right type to be blowgunned. Anything cool in this book? Not really. Iron Shot, but we're not going to be casting that. So yeah, with regards to the whole frenzying TRJ thing, I don't think it's like a bad move. It's just, I don't know, it's, if you want to, actually, you know what you could do with it? You could frenzy him, and even if you didn't want to use his frenzied friends to kill him, even if you didn't want to, like, use more frenzy on the guys that are coming out to do it, you could basically do what I did, which is throw a bunch of javelins and stuff at him. And, like, he's going to be too busy fighting the stuff around him, ideally, to really cause a problem for you. But you're cooking with gas. Like, you are taking some fun risks having a hasted, mighted TRJ near you. So I don't know if I would recommend doing that unless you have, like, I would only do it hasted if you have to do it at all. That's just my 2 cents on that. And none of these books are really terribly interesting. Take off this buckler. +1 of speed. Not that I was really expecting this short bow to be anything useful, but worth looking at. +5 protection. You know, honestly, I may keep that protection on me. Not really a book I need. I do want this box of beasts. But man, we are getting into the point where my inventory really sucks. Let's drop regular tomahawks. And we'll drop steel tomahawks as well. But yeah, the whole frenzied and insane TRJ thing, you know, not having to deal with the cleanup afterwards, I'm cool with that, you know. Alright, I'm going to leave these books. They didn't really have anything I was super interested in, but who knows, you know. I don't need piety that badly now anymore, so. Alright, let's, now that we're going to be, oh yeah, we're going to be focusing on throwing. I think I'm just going to, oh man. I don't even want that book. I definitely don't want to carry books around with me. But yeah, I'm willing to drop most of my throwables. I'll keep the poison javelins, I guess, because I have a pretty good stack. But mainly I'm just going to use stones, it's fine. Okay, alright, let's get out of here. Yeah, I can't get over that +10 blowgun. I mean, if there ever was a sign that I need to be training nothing but throwing, that's it. We can take out Panlords insanely easily now. Sadly, no paralysis needles yet, but do we need them? I mean, Confuse is good enough. Frenzy is amazing. And we still have 4 penetration, so that's cool. And you know, we have these needles of sleeping. So if I wanted to pump my stealth, I could make use of that. Like use that plus stabbing. Something to think about anyway. Hey, did you know that, check this out. This mace is letting me go up against Ancient Liches too. 0% paralyzed. I was thinking to myself, once my Naga MR kicks in a little more, I can swap this off. And of course we do have Trog's Hand if we really need MR, but I do like having that on, so that's something interesting too. It's a shame the needles don't work against undead anymore. That's like the one downside. I don't think that's like documented anywhere either, like I had to test it out myself. Oh, man. Yeah, it doesn't really say. Should edit that or something. Anyway, we're only 30 minutes in, so why don't we go into vaults? Alright, we have this stuff. I'm going to use Potion of Mutation. Wow. Wow. MR++. Well, that's crazy. That kind of makes me want to jump into this stabbing plan. I mean, we have short blades as well. Manual short blades. Like, I kind of want to do... I think I've done this before on video, where I did like a semi-invested in throwing run, where I went through Pandemonium and Hell, and I was using needles to take things out, but I wasn't really using stealth. It might be kind of fun to do that, so I might go that direction. Oh man. Okay, they didn't get to convoke, so that's good. A word of recall, whatever it's called. Alright, let's figure out what's going on with these rings. I'm gonna drop Pro Cold. We're probably never taking this plate armor off, it's too good. But maybe, I mean, we'll see. And we're gonna wear AC +3, since our core is not something we really need in here. These guys have our missile, but they still get taken down, you know. Would be nice to have our lack. Like, really, we're down to things that it would be nice to have that we don't need, strictly. Oh, jeez, this is rough. Didn't want to see all these elves so soon. Let's open up with a Lamp of Fire. And he moves. Well, you know what? Why don't we just use this blowgun? We'll just slow everything. He's dead. Demonologist has... Wow, is there 2 of them? Yeah, there's 2 of them. Wow. This is very bad if they start summoning Shadow Fiends or something. I could Frenzy them, but I'm trying to save those. Okay, he's Cura Raid. Oh, and a Titanic Slime. Should have seen that coming. We're gonna try to get the Confuse on that. Okay, come on. Okay, there we go. It's not to say we're safe from taking a ton of damage from those dudes, but they're split now, so we're probably okay. I'm just gonna throw stones. Actually, I'm gonna hit this dude. We're gonna put on the mace. We're gonna whack him. Okay, cool. Constriction is pretty decent. Pretty decent ability. Really not sure why I can't seem to get Constriction on these Yaktars. Okay, cool. Took it out. We're using Confuse on these guys, you know, if we have to block the Word of Recall. Okay, I'm gonna drop that, drop that. We have a bunch of recharge still, but you know, I want to find out what this wand is. Unfortunately, we're gonna get hungry while we're doing it due to my slow speed. Hey, it's paralysis. That's good. Save a little permafood there. As for this thing, perfect use for Curare. Actually, let's throw the rocks at the mage first. He's still more than capable of LCSing me. Trog is really giving me a ton of gifts. But that really shouldn't surprise me, since I'm wearing Faith. Wait, does Trog stop giving you ammo when your piety is higher? I don't think he does, but that kind of makes me wonder. Honestly, I wanna swap to Oka at this point. Or like maybe Dithmanos. Trog's not doing so much work for us these days. And And like, as far as the Wrath goes, we can take care of that pretty easily, honestly, with needles if need be. Well, that's not quite working out. These stones are not doing the work they were doing a minute ago. Come on, guys. Well, I don't want to take 100 damage. I'm gonna Phantom Mirror this thing. A mighted Titanic Slime Creature. No, thank you. Oh, we got some summoning coming. Alright, this isn't so bad. Why don't we, try to clear this out a bit. Yeah, whatever, I'm gonna use Brothers in Arms. Okay, cool. Really gonna have to think about which god I want to swap to, because I do want to do that soon. It's probably gonna be something serviceable, you know, something reliable like Rue, but maybe not. Could go the Dith route just for fun. It's honestly not a bad idea if I decide to train short blades and whatnot. We'll see. Really, I just want more experience. Like, I want to get throwing to 27. I want to get, like, stealth to 27. I want to get fighting to 27. Like, there's so many skills that I want to boost up, you know? I suppose Oka would be the proper answer to that, because then I only have to go to 22. Yeah, that might be the right route. Since heroism is so good. Is Blink available? Passage? No. See, we need like, well, we don't need, but I would like some way of getting away from Trog's summons, some reliable way, if I'm gonna abandon. Oh, you're hasted. 2 lightning bolts in a row doesn't sound like a fun time. Let's get intelligence, get my ability to cast up just a little bit. Really, we just want, like, portal projectile. That's it. Yeah, we're gonna go Oka. We're gonna swap to Oka. Jeez, but the problem is that with Trog, we could pass out at any moment. I think he'll make you pass out sometimes with his Wrath, which is really bad at this point in the game. Portal projectile is available. I made sure not to burn that book. Well, I suppose we have 8 teleports. We have a summoning, 3 blinking. We have like some tools to deal with the problem. I feel like maybe I want to take throwing to 22 before I swap to Oka. I mean, I could just... Like, I have 21 Curare. So... I could just Curare everything that comes for me. And then it's effectively just mighted, not hasted. So that's sort of a benefit. But man, I really want to get those Oka ammos. He tends to gift more often than Trog, in my experience. And we might get lightning scales or something. I think he can send unrans, maybe. That's more or less wishful thinking, but I can dream, right? Yeah, you know what? I'm being a pansy about this. Let's, yeah, we're gonna swap to Oka real quick. Because I can get away from things. Like, I have 200 hit points. I have 46 AC. The only thing that concerns me is the possibility of getting paralyzed, but that's going to be a problem whatever I do. Feel of Floods, that's going to be good to have. I just need to make space for it. I'm going to go out on a limb and say we don't need Lignify anymore. It's nice to have as a, like, emergency torment defense, but for the most part, we're just not going to be using it. I hate to leave things lying around that I might need on a character that's this slow, but, yeah. Take this dude out fast so that Nekazek goes away. Oh jeez. Maybe I should. Wow. He killed himself with lightning with a double zap. Or it's not even a double zap. It can't be a double zap. Or can it? You know, I always thought these were metal walls, but I guess they're stone. Yeah, that was a double zap. So that dude just straight up committed suicide. Which I can't say I'm sad about, since I was eating a lot of damage from all those dudes. Yeah, so here's what I'm talking about. Trog can just slow you. But I believe he can just paralyze you, like you straight up pass out as though you had berserked. But I'm not sure. I guess we could take a look. But there's like nothing you can do to protect you from that other than being undead. Berserking hostiles, blah 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 blah. Awakening effect. Yeah, no, there it is. Paralysis. So hopefully we just don't experience that at a crucial moment. We all know how I feel about Paralyze as a mechanic. It's not fun. Let's see if I can rock this to death. Okay, that's not working. There we go. My rocks are smaller, but probably do more damage. Or can. Not terribly reliable, though. Hits, but does no damage. Just trying to get some rest, but doesn't seem to want to let me. Suppose I should go get Portal Projectile. Ah, here we go. Here's Trog. Here's Trog having some fun with me. We'll make a friend. Got the paralysis there. Let's recharge paralysis. I wish I had Enslave. Enslave Wand is like the move. Okay, here we go. We're very hurt. It's not great. I'm gonna heal wounds. Playing with fire here. What can this thing do? 40, 35. So like way more. It's technically hasted too. Yeah, I should have teleported out of this. Let's try for the confuse. It'll probably work. Yeah. Confused about why this guy didn't get slowed. I'm like so close to beating this stuff without using any permanent resources. Oh man, I'm just walking away. Okay, so that's cool. That worked out. But if that's an indicator of how hard the Wrath is going to be on this character, I'm not too excited. Curare this guy. Man, Curare's good. This fire crab doesn't really want to breathe fire on me because he's got friends around, so that's cool. Two Cyclopes. This time I'm going to use the teleport. And they're going to stop being enraged here in a minute, like so. They're really easy to kill when they're not enraged. Just regular Cyclops, no problem. They will stick around forever, though, as you can see. It's not exactly a big deal, you know. But Trograth is no joke, so definitely don't abandon Trog unless you're reasonably sure you have some way of dealing with a whole lot of those Wraths. So he's got a shield. He's got the ability to summon some pretty nasty things here. Let's take a step. Let's use the blowgun. Let's take another step, and let's see if we can get the blowgun on him. We're going to go for confusion. There we go. See, the reason I confused first is if I get the confusion on him, he gets 0 shield. Although, honestly, for him, I probably should have just opened up with the poison javelins. You know, I'm going to make a quick run to Snake. We have 2 pips of piety now, so we'll survive the piety decay without too much trouble. Anything else we want from this? I guess cause fear. So hexes and translocations, huh? It's definitely something to think about. Probably not going to train it just yet. What is it, level 4? Level 3. Well, we could get it online pretty fast. Let's get throwing to 20. Looks like we're coming up on about an hour on the video. So I may... Well, we only have Vaults 3 and Vaults 4 to do. I'm not going to do Vaults 5 here. We're not... I'll tell you, we're not going to do Vaults 5 under the influence of Trograth. That's a guarantee. That's like borderline suicidal. I'm going to drop this Wand of Flame. Nice, got him before he could summon. Sweet. Okawaru already bringing the business. He brings us Needles of Frenzy. You know, it's really hard to play a character that doesn't use throwing once you realize how good it is. Ew. That's gross. No Zot Trap, please. Okay. But yeah, like, throwing is just ludicrously powerful. Rather not fight in this room with the Zotramp, but I don't have much of a choice. I think probably after Vaults 1-4, we'll probably go to Elf. You know. Seems like a pretty decent place. Oh, man. Okay, cool. We kill the Lost Soul and the Mage at the same time, so it doesn't come back. This thing, I'm gonna see if I can't javelin it to death. Nice. Okay, we have throwing to 20. I'm gonna train up this spell. It's just a level 3 spell, so how hard could it really be? By the way, I know I tab spammed rocks on that Annihilator a minute ago. It's not really a huge deal as long as they're not LCSing me. I mean, I do have 200 hit points, but I shouldn't have done that. It's okay if they're slowed. There we go. Okay, everything is slowed. Oh man, I still don't want to fight all this stuff. Especially since it can summon more stuff. Probably shouldn't be focusing on the one that's slowed, but I get more here, hitting more things at the same time. Wow, 8 shouts from the signal horn. I may be teleporting soon, but let's see if we can take out this dude all the same. Oh, I shouldn't have used piercing there. Whoops. Probably should have heroismed, but I'm trying to get to max piety here. Okay, we got a demonologist here. Really, really, really fighting too many things at once. Of course, there's the Shadow Fiend. Okay. This is definitely a teleport situation. I'll even use a heal wounds. Whoa. Yeah, there's the Reaper, plus all this stuff is just too much damage potential. Get that teleport. Having portal projectile would have made that fight a cinch, since we could... Oh boy. Wow. Way too many really good things around me. I'm even going to use agility. Yeah, that's rough. Heal wounds. Blowing through a lot of resources, but I mean, it's what I expected. If you're gonna abandon Trog and you don't have repeatable blink, chances are good you're gonna be using some resources to not die. But we still have 6 teleports, so we're okay. What am I doing trying to curare this guy? Really, I want to get curare on the Annihilator here, but it's not quite working out. What's going on? Oh, I'm confused. Let me guess. Trog's Wrath, right? Yeah, that's what that teleport was. Whoops. Did he just Crystal Spear me twice in a row? No, just once. Let's confuse him. It's worth the needle. Okay, got some more dudes here. I think I'm gonna try a little different thing here. I'm gonna invis, and I'm gonna slither on out of here. We're not gonna go into the Zot Trap room. Alright, so invis does it. That's an option. Saves me from using the good resources, you know. Not that invis is, like, not useful, but that's repeatable later on once we find a book or an item. The floor gets kind of littered with these wrath monsters, but you'll notice, I mean, it's just not a problem as long as they're not berserked. And, well, berserked and surrounding you. That's the real rub. Javelins of Returning. Yeah, we're gonna leave those for now. Let's see. I think I'll just... Yeah, we have 50 slots. We'll leave that for now. I guess 51 when I have a chunk on. Cool. Iron Troll's kind of a depths monster, but even so, we can take it. Needles of Sleeping. Man, we have found 21 Needles of Sleeping. Like, this game really wants me to use short blades. Like, they've given me manual short blades, they've given me some, you know, decent daggers to work with. Probably just go with Wow, dagger speed even, that's not bad. Good for attacking quickly when you got something confused next to you. I mean, yeah, like the game is actually giving me some decent stuff to work with. So, it's kind of a strong push in that direction. It's just a bit late in the game. Is that agility? Yeah, we're gonna trip these fine. We've cleared almost all the levels, so hey, here's our friend. There's the guy. Portal projectile coming up. Whoa. Tabbing this thing. But it can do 88 damage, so maybe not the best plan. I will say that using throwing instead of a regular weapon slows down your play a lot. At least it slows down my play a lot. Your mileage may vary. But I find myself being a little more careful, a little more slow about how I'm targeting. You can't just O-tab, O-tab, O-tab. I guess you could. Okay, come on. I want the set in dead. I'm using javelins for a reason. There we go. I guess you could set your RC to prioritize throwing, and then you throw even though you're next to the enemy with tab. But I mean, I kind of like the fact that it forces me to play slightly more slowly. My biggest problem is that I try to play too quickly. More javelins are returning, huh? Okay. Some of this stuff. I'm gonna try that and this. Okay. Okay. Yeah, no. We're gonna... You know, I don't know if you're berserked, can you be frenzied? I'll try it. Hits the polar bear, does nothing, so I'm gonna assume that you can't. So what I want to do here is I want to confuse this dude. There we go. Okay, we got the confuse. Polar bears are no big deal. Okay, cool. It was a bit inexpertly done, I admit. Probably could have handled that a lot smoother. Portal projectile at 71%. It's worth the investment, I promise. Great Sword of Distortion. Let's not let him get next to us. We'll use Poison Javelins. One cool thing about Oka is that we're going to have more ammo, so, like, we've already gotten, yeah, 19 Javelins of Returning. That's enough to last for a while. Well, let's see if we can teleport out of this one. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, one negative aspect of this that maybe is easy to overlook is the fact that, holy crap, this is a lot of noise, you know? So, if the floor wasn't awake, it probably is now. So Trog Wrath is... it's bad in a number of ways. Often considered to be the worst Wrath in the game. Although I don't think it is. I think the worst Wrath in the game is Rue Wrath, because Rue doesn't have Wrath, he just has sacrifices, which you have to live with forever. But traditional Wrath, yeah, Trog is probably the best. Or the worst, I guess I should say. Looks like Oka gave me some curare just now. Refilling my stockpile. We had 22 a little while ago, we have 19 now. Been using them up a bit. I mean, you might as well use curare pretty liberally once you have a fat stack of them, because there's not a lot of stuff in the late and end game that, you know, that's like a big threat that you want to use it against. Okay, we will use a teleport here. More shouting. Fine. Jeez. Are we slow? Oh my god, we're slow. Well, we got the tele. And we move once, and because of slow plus Naga speed, we immediately... oh man, we're still slow. Come on. You feel a bit more experienced. Why? I guess the poison from the Frost Giant killed him. We should train some invocations as well, so we can get heroism. Right now we can use heroism pretty easily, 6% fail rate, but it'll last like 2 turns. Strongly influenced by invocations. Alright, that's not so bad. You know, I wonder if I can get stabs from Constrict. I'm gonna check that real fast while I contemplate what I'm gonna do about this Wrath. I mean, I would assume so, since you could stab things in a net. And it's like kind of the same thing. I'm going to make a note to look that up later, because beam is non-specific. Now, as for this stuff, we are running low on teleport. I'm really creating a problem for myself later on. Because later on, if I have no teleport, I'm really in trouble, right? So what to do about this? Well, other than whipping out my blowgun and trying to confuse all this stuff before it does insane amounts of damage to me. I guess I could paralyze that dude. Paralyze that dude. It's not working out. It's the Stone Giant. I just can't be next to all this stuff berserked. So unfortunately we're going to have to use Blinking now. We're going to try Penetration. Let's Feel of Floods, actually. Okay, I'm going to Confuse now. Nice, we got it. Okay, we got the Constrict on him. Now let's get Poison Javelin on this dude. Poison Javelin on this dude. Honestly, I care more about the Stone Giant dying than this Black Bear. Got a little surprise here, so we'll paralyze him. These things are still mad at me. They're no longer paralyzed. You know, I'm not going to use my Confuse. I'm going to use more Paralyze. And I am going to use Penetration. Oh, that's nice. 2 of them. I used Penetration there just because I didn't have anything else that did high damage. Jeez, really rough. I'm having a rough go of it with Trog's Wrath today. But again, I should have waited until I had Blink on a stick. So I mean, I guess I could take a look at the spells and see if there's anything I am missing. Slow would be usable here, I suppose. But then again, if they're hexable, I'd rather just use Paralyze. Yeah, none of this really helps. A Shroud, I guess, is kind of useful, like minimally. Yep, no spells to help us really. I have to rely on my martial prowess like Oka wants me to. Not too long on Portal Projectile, so that's something to look forward to. Nice ammunition, more Curare. These Convokers are just a little bit obnoxious. On certain characters, they kind of force you to use minor resources, but it's no big deal. Like a Paralyzed charge is not the same thing as, you know, something like a Blink Scroll. Okay. We're slowed right now, so we want to kill that out and Kill this raging bear, which doesn't want to get hit. Wow. There we go. But yeah, I would definitely try to think of your resources as, like, put them into a few different boxes, if that makes sense. You know, you're not gonna treat wand charges the same as scrolls, though sometimes wand charges might be more useful than scrolls, depending on what part of the game you're in, depending on a few different factors. It's getting kind of late. Alright, I want to drop something so I don't have 52 slots filled in my inventory. Probably going to be a throwable. I really haven't used this anti-magic demon whip, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna. Yeah, you know, I'm not using that. Yeah, that's fine. We don't need to carry that around anymore. This is interesting. I might be able to fight this stuff. He resists again. He's confused. Stone Giant hits the Cyclops. Nice. Paralyze. This does not work. Let's finish that with the... Okay, this isn't terrible, but we're still next to several two-headed ogres. I'm going to drink heal wounds in case... Because the thing is, the Stone Giant can still hit me. Why don't we... Phantom Mirror one of these guys. I should have opened with that on the Stone Giant. If I Phantom Mirror the Stone Giant now, he will... you know... It would come out confused. But it looks like the Stone Giant's no longer confused, so let's... Penetrate. Kill the Stone Giant, sweet. Kill the two-headed ogre, cool. Kill the other two-headed ogre. And kill the ogre, nice. Not bad. Well, what am I doing? I was just tabbing with a blowgun. Not quite what I meant to do. Did I just blow a bunch of my confusion? I did, but none of them got mulched, so it's fine. Still Trog Wrath. Okay, that dude cannot, he cannot paralyze me. So I'm just gonna take out this whole room, or try to, with Lightning Rod. Didn't quite work out for me. You know, this is a heroism situation, really. Almost anything is a heroism situation. We're going to take out the Sphinx, which it's very large, so we cannot constrict, so we're going to use javelins. Okay, good. As usual, we take out the things with low hit points first, if possible. See, look how heroism is already off. Portal projectile down to yellow. We'll be casting that soon. With not too much investment, you know? Just like 10 of each. Seems like a lot. I mean, it is a lot for what spell it is. I mean, it's only a level 3 spell, but keep in mind we only have 8 intelligence. Alright, I'm going to teleport. Move. That iron troll is something we don't want to be next to. Still mad at me. Okay, let's check out this unique scarf. No. We're not going to be wearing the +7 intelligence minus cast item. I think I can live without that. Okay. Well, that's it for Vaults, except for Vaults 5, which we're not going to do in this video. We're already getting way too long on this video anyway. It's like an hour and a half, so apologies for that. Next time, we're going to hit up Vaults 5. Well, you know what? We're probably not going to hit up Vaults 5. Like I said, I don't want to do it while Trog's still angry, and Trog's still angry. You can tell by the red Trog and Control-O on the dungeon overview. So I don't know, probably Elf, maybe Depths, maybe Crypts, but probably Elf. We're walking around with no Arnegs, so Crypts is not really the place. But you know, I'll think about it. Chances are good Elf next. But until then, I'm signing out.